Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 14th of October 2020. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite deck for this reading. This is the deck I use in my personal readings. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to know for Wednesday and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. First card, we've got the Four of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and finally the Five of Swords. All right, something that you're contemplating about, especially if it's a resentment, like if you're thinking, oh, you know, when I meet that person, we're going to have a real talk and I'm going to let them have it, that's really going to change your fortunes because it's going to turn into a serious conflict. So if you think that we all do this, preparing for an argument to make sure that, you know, you get your point across and things like that. First of all, you're ruminating on something that's going to hurt you. It's like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It's a resentment. Swords are weaponized thoughts and ideas. So this is really about feeling that you've been hard done by. There's been an injustice. You need to stand up for yourself. And you've got this kind of, instead of where a spine is, you've got this sword because you feel it at the core of your being that something has been done or said about you that is incorrect. And they weigh on you like a ton of bricks. And the whole holy turn the other cheek thing seems very distant and very difficult to enforce. And the only way to get up is to make sure you kind of fight these swords away. So interesting. And this is why the tarot is amazing, because I've been reading them for more than 20 years and 25 years. And I've never got that meaning ever. Isn't that amazing? So by feeling like you have to get up, and he's praying, isn't he? So he's trying to feel this sense of forgiveness and love and unconditional acceptance and forgiveness. But the pressure just seems too much and he can't quite reach this. What he can reach is aggression and anger and insults. So those then, let's say he is this guy, okay? He's got up, he said something nasty about him and he spread a rumor. So he's like, okay, I'm going to let you have it. He beats them and he says, how dare you say that? Don't ever. And he kind of shreds that person, shreds the other person. He may feel satisfied in the short term because he's vindicated, but he's picking up their swords. So what the card is saying, that by engaging with aggression, you're just creating more aggression. So he may have beat those two partners, but because he's picking up all these swords, many, many enemies will come to him trying to steal those swords for themselves. So it's negativity begets negativity. And it's not a fight worth fighting. It's like scream therapy that they had in the 80s. They got rid of that because, I mean, it just gets you prepared to kind of scream about things. I mean, I only had it once or twice, so I'm not an expert on scream therapy, but I don't see a lot of people doing scream therapy anymore these days. And I think that's okay. You need an outlet for your negativity. We can't just say, oh, everything's positive, everything's great, I'm just going to let go of this. And you can't pretend like this energy is just going to go poof. And you're like, oh, I'm happy again. You've got to find a way of getting rid of that. But today, if you fight with other people, or you say things that you don't mean just to build yourself up and make other people feel small, so you bully people to improve the way you feel about yourself or to reduce your own pain, that's going to come back and bite you. And it's really going to fundamentally, the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card. So it fundamentally shifts your frequency and your position in life. Sometimes you're up here, you're a wise sphinx with a sword. You could actually learn something from that and the Ascended Masters today, rather than engage, how to turn this weaponized way of thinking into wisdom. Oh, wow. Turn anger into wisdom. Turn resentment into wisdom. That's a huge opportunity, okay? So if you do that, you'll be at the top and things don't have to affect you negatively. So rather than attack someone, you can say, why am I so angry? What is it in me that's triggered? Did this person trigger my pride? Or do I feel like my money security is gone? Or have they insulted and wounded me sexually, made me feel like less of a man or a woman? Those kind of things have a life of their own. And by connecting through meditation or with your guides or the higher self, praying, doing yoga, any kind of spiritual practice that gets you out of yourself and lets you connect with something bigger, is going to turn this anger and weaponized info into knowledge that's going to help you stay on top in your life in future, and that avoids you getting sucked into this kind of overly detailed physical view of the world. So let's say this person said something like, you're a drunk, okay? But the person feels like, I'm not a drunk, I just happen to be very drunk that day. So it's splitting hairs, but I'm not a drunk, I was simply drunk. And I'm really angry about that. For example, okay, I don't know. For example, how dare this other person call me a drunk when I was just unwinding and having a good time? So I'm going to swing my legs over here. I'm going to get ready for battle. I'm going to take this and I'm going to say, how dare you? The other person may say, hey, I didn't even say that. I said, you're drunk. I didn't say you're a drunk. I was just saying that you've had enough. And I was worried that you were going to really just, fall over. So I was just saying it to kind of get you to stop. But if you're enraged and it's like, I don't even believe you. So you can really have a go at someone over really nothing. And whether someone calls you a drunk or drunk, in the big scheme of things, does that matter? What matters is how you react. And if you rip them a new one, you're going to be the one down here because you've acted against wisdom. The non-wisdom has taken you down from the top of the mountain here, paramount position of wisdom and amazingness. The resentment, and you know better at this point, but sometimes those resentments, they just hook us in and pull us. And it's like, am I saying these things? I can't believe this. So that's going to get you here with the devil, who is at the bottom of the wheel. And that's addiction and resentment and pain and poverty and feeling miserable and hating life and all of that stuff. So appeal to something bigger. Take the high road. Far less traffic. Yes. Okay. And take resentment and realize that you can transform it into something amazing. And because there is so much energy of self and what's going on internally, you can really turn that around, and all the energy you have available to really take negative action or to say negative things to other people to hurt their feelings through sarcasm or whatever, you're able to take that power and transform it into major positivity that's going to inform and enrich your future. And that means that you're turning this wheel of vibration and good luck and good fortune, and you're turning it, and you have control over it today, and you're turning it in your direction so that you can be on top and you can use your energy to understand what's going on for you instead of using it to tear other people down. Amazing. So you really have a fabulous opportunity for personal insights and growth. Number-wise, we've got 4 and 5 is 9. And 10 is 19, 1 and 9 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is the magician in the tarot, and 1 in numerology is the vibration of independence, listening to spirit, asking what it wants you to do, hearing that and actually doing it, and then being able to create magic on planet Earth. And it's not because you're making magic, so it's not you're coming up with the magic tricks and you think, oh, this will be pretty and this will be fun. What you're doing is you're channeling the higher realms, and you're able to create magic by just being you. So it's the best kind of magic because you don't have to learn any tricks. Did I miss the magician? Okay. I knew I was talking too much. I missed the magician. Come on, magician, where are you? Where are you, little magician? Come on. There he is. Okay. So, magician, you see one arm up to the universe, one finger pointing down at the earth. And the beautiful flowers of the higher realms are saying you can create beautiful flowers on earth. You've got everything at your disposal. Seeds, rose garden, a hoe, everything. Make it happen. And because you have an open channel, and because you have lots of energy and passion, you can become an alchemist and turn that negative energy into something creative, glorious, and magical. That will change your life significantly. So this can be, you know, make or break a relationship. Think about the relationships in your life that have ended. They ended on one day, usually as a result of something happening or a conversation. And that conversation is floating around today. It's just waiting to descend and to cause some conflict. So don't get baited. Focus on what is positive and wise and insightful, and let that flourish. Don't engage with the negative stuff. It's not going to serve you anyway. This stuff, like I said earlier, just going to make more people attack him looking for swords. It's not a win. He may have won the battle, but he hasn't won the war. So have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. On the front page, just click on the button to order your reading. It says book your reading. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.